Today I'm watching Yellowjackets Season 3, Episode 4. The previous episode ended with this kind of cliffhanger ending with the girls having Coach at gunpoint. Coach was able to save Van from this poisonous cave, this gas that was causing all kind of crazy hallucinations for the girls. But I'm very worried to see where we're going to go with Coach. We haven't seen an adult version of him in present day, so I don't know if he ever makes it back. The whole thing with him and Mari, I have no idea. The whole group of girls has this gang mentality, basically. Natalie's the only one who's like kind of hesitant, but everybody else is very much like, yeah, let's go get him and, you know, let's take him out. And they have food, so it's just murder at this point. So I'm very worried to see where we're gonna go with that. Present day, Shauna kicks Lottie out of the house. Finally, that was a bad idea. Misty may have cut Shauna's brakes. Feel like Misty is trying to replace Natalie with Shauna as like a friend. That did not go well. I think Misty is finally realizing that these are in fact friends in quotes. Obviously Misty did horrible things. Again, never making an excuse for that. But I think she's finally realizing that these people don't treat her nicely. Not that she was ever, you know, perfect in any capacity. So I don't know if Walter will be back. They kind of had a falling out as well. We see Van and Ty in present day go to this abandoned ice cream shop because they watched an old VHS that Van had with the no-eyed man. And apparently he's in this ice cream shop. So a lot of questions. Ty's still very much connected to this wilderness. You know, they thought the waiter dying, you know, is what stopped Van's cancer. So very curious to see where we're going to go. Hasn't been my favorite season so far, but I'm, like I said, we're about halfway through at this point. So I'm curious to see where we're going to go this season. I still feel like there's a lot of things that need to be answered, but overall, really enjoying it. So still a lot of things that need to be answered. So thank you so much for sharing and this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for TV shows you think I should watch, please comment below. And if you want to have a say in what movies or TV shows I watch, be sure to join Patreon. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel and check back often for more awesome content. I don't think he burned down the cabin, but also he's the only option that they have that makes sense. So, and yeah, Natalie did not want to do this. Like, she was the only one who was against it, and I don't think this is going to end well for Coach.
As far as nightmares go, it was like a 6 out of 10 on my crazy dreams meter.
Yeah, they're going to talk about the crazy dreams they had.
Yeah. Stay out of that cave.
Yeah, and those, like, hallucinations, dreams were, like, pretty personalized to, like, each person and, like, their fears. So I feel like they had some meeting.
What?
Yeah, Travis is not going to be on board for this with Coach. Like, come on. Whatever they've got planned is a bad idea. Yeah, and he's seeing their camp for the first time, like all the structures they built, like the little setup they have, the animals.
I'm gonna have to do this right. I'm gonna have a trial.
I did not think they would be this diplomatic about it. A trial? Really? Okay. I mean, I'm glad they're giving Coach a chance. I don't want them to just kill Coach, but also, given their past history of how they do things, I was not expecting a very diplomatic trial approach, so either they would just take him back and unalive him, and that would be it.
That's settled. I'll run prosecution. The question is, who's gonna defend Coach Scott?
Yeah, I'm curious if this trial is because Natalie and Coach had this, like, you know, friendship, like, she understood him. Hello.
And I'm not defending him. He's not the Ben that I knew.
You have to, Misty.
Or if it's because Natalie, like, knows something about the fire and trying to protect herself, but I can't really see that being true.
If you can, Misty, you'll save his life.
Yeah, I would not, like, Misty is convincing, I'll give her that. I'm thinking it's more that Natalie just doesn't want to see Coach die, because again, it's just murder now. Just murder.
Okay, so somebody messed with our brake booster.
No, just failed. Cost around,
So Misty wasn't involved at all. Oh, Shauna was wrong.
Now the van doesn't stop. Jesus Christ, that is karmic.
Jeff's the only one with a conscience in this show. Like, oh my god. I'm gonna guess she stole that coat.
Go. No, hold on. Hold on, I need to talk to you. Where are you? Lottie!
Is she, like, in New York? Like, I'm just trying to think of, like, big city where she would go. Because, yeah, we know Shauna kicked her out.
Van and Shauna, they had dreams too, but this didn't feel like a dream. It felt like I was there.
The talking llama! Yes, yes.
Felt like it was
The truth? You had a vision. Are you ready to keep going?
I feel like this is just encouraging Lottie's crazy town. Oh no, they're gonna put her on those mushrooms. Oh my god. Misty!
How could you do this to me? I thought that we were friends.
Oh, Misty. I don't think he did it, but I don't know who else to blame at this point.
Prove it.
Yeah, we need some answers. Come on, man.
I'm in a jail with birds, Misty. You know that this whole trial is just a farce. I've already lost.
Yeah, I feel like no matter the outcome, they're gonna...
You can't say shit like that out there. If we're gonna win this.
But again, I see why he would feel defeated. If they win it, everybody is already convinced. Like, Misty is very compelling. Crazy town, but compelling, so... she's, like, acting as his lawyer now, I guess, which is interesting.
I need to do some good.
okay.
Yeah, Shauna doesn't feel bad for shit, so... Jeff's the only one who's like, we are messed up and we need to fix this.
Yes. Yeah.
I thought we would pick up with these two at the ice cream shop, but we're skipping right ahead. They're going to see Lottie, I'm guessing.
Something happens. If it chooses someone, maybe it'll be worth it.
Are they just hanging around hoping someone will die and that it will please it? Oh, the deck of cards. Oh my god, that frickin' Queen of Hearts. Let's say Kill Bill was playing at the movie theaters. Oh, we got a traveler. Yeah, now what, team? Your plan is stupid. Oh my god.
The verdict requires a 2/3 majority. The Honorable Judge Natalie presiding.
I've seen way too many episodes of Judge Judy. I would not be able to do this seriously. Oh, and of course they gotta get dressed up in their ceremonial, you know, creepy robes with the antlers. Honestly, I think even if he's guilty, is Natalie going to be able to basically condemn him to death? If he's not guilty, she's going to have to deal with the fun gavel.
Taissa Turner, you may call your first witness.
Is that the airplane chair? Oh, God.
The people would like to call Mari Ibarra to the stand.
Oh, shit.
That's you, babe. And not guilty means that she's going to have, like, Natalie would have to deal with the entire mob against her. Like, it's a lose-lose for Natalie and Coach, obviously. Sorry, Coach.
It's traumatic. Sustained. Well, it's technically an opinion, so.
Good legal jargon there, Natalie, thanks.
Could Coach Scott have killed you when you were in the cave? Yes. But he didn't, did he?
No.
Exactly. He let her go and she went and betrayed his trust immediately.
Mari, just answer why he pulled you up.
He didn't want me to die in there.
Yeah, again, he tried to keep you alive.
Is there something going on with you two right now?
She's like, oh, I may have blamed her for cutting our brakes, but here we are.
You know what? I should send you the bill for our breaks. Should I mail it here or to the mountain where you lay your eggs?
Kinda sounds like this.
Is she a dragon now? I would not take that as an insult, but I think she meant it that way.
I'm not. I wasn't. Jeff?
We're here to volunteer. We're your humble servants, so just point us wherever you need us to go.
Misty's gonna love this power trip. Yep.
Themselves. This is better than an apology.
Shauna's gonna hate this. Yeah, clearly they're still fighting.
Disappointment you had. Are you upset that you weren't chosen to be leader?
No.
I think that's lying. I think she's lying.
As the real leader. I mean, maybe you started the fire so that you could save us all, so that you could get yourself crowned.
Questions. A lot of questions. We know, yeah, Shauna was up late. I remember that scene, yeah, of her journaling. Maybe it was an accident, knocked over a candle or something. I don't know.
Didn't he help you when you were in labor?
Yeah, I don't know why they hate Coach Scott. Like, I feel like they think...
Huh.
Oh, yeah, it was Misty.
When you were in labor.
Nothing. He just left me.
I mean, as the only adult, that's not looking great for you, buddy.
All I did was press play on a VHS tape. And then went back to his room.
Past failures are coming up, bud. This is not looking great for your case.
He's not one of us. And he hates that. It terrifies him.
I think what terrifies him is the fact that you guys all eat people.
Tried to take that from us.
No further questions.
Crazy Town logic is backing up Crazy Town logic. But yeah, it's not looking good for Coach. I don't think he's making it out of this episode, to be honest, but we'll see how it goes.
Thank God that biopsy came back benign.
Jeff is killing it. He's killing it with the seniors. Yeah. His jokes. Yeah. Marketing 101. Know your audience.
Okay, here we go. Let him read it.
This guy's like, I had one job and I'm already being upstaged.
46 and final time, who keeps leaving the Ben Gay next to the toothpaste?
Oh my god. This guy. I don't know that we needed Jeff's karma trip for this episode, but whatever. See where it goes.
Letter to the comptroller.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
This is the hardest puzzle I've ever done.
Walter's leaving her letters again.
Don't know what you want from me, Misty? An apology! I'm sorry.
That's not sincere at all. She doesn't mean that.
Knowing why I should be sorry.
You blamed her for the friggin' breaks and called her a psycho. And it wasn't her this one time. Previous events. Oh, Misty, don't do it. Don't do it, Misty. Now you're a murderer. Yeah, I was like, that's not actually happening.
I have a lot to apologize for. I know I hurt you. I know I hurt you.
Practicing her apologies. Oh, God. Or she's lost her marbles and is just talking to herself.
In history, who were not in favor of certain belief systems, burning those people's houses to the ground. She didn't come to all the prayer circles. And, sorry, Nat, I know you're the judge, but, I mean, you didn't believe either.
No, she was very resistant, yeah.
Or Melissa. Hey, I mean, you could go either way, probably. What?
Haha, what does that mean? Haha.
Maybe you burned the cabin down because you were upset that it didn't want you to be the leader anymore?
Yeah, we had that big, like, shift between Lottie to Nat.
One of us for any number of reasons. I mean, who knows? Maybe it could have been Crystal.
Oh, Crystal.
Yes.
Blame the person who's dead. Yeah.
Convict a man of attempted murder.
And again, I don't know what any of them would gain from burning down the cabin. Like, even if they didn't believe in Lottie's, crazy train, why would you burn down your only house? In a wilderness that's very unforgiving. And it was also the middle of winter when this happened. Like, I still feel like an accident, but who knows? Oh, that door closed on its own. Nightmare fuel. Not anymore.
Excuse me, can someone let me out, please? It's Shauna, I'm in here.
Yeah, and if Misty's gone, then who locked her in? We saw Misty leave, yep. Not that I think Misty would lock her in. That seems, like, cruel. We did have, like, that montage where she was planning to stab her, but I think that was just heat of the moment. But Locking her in the freezer. That's grim. Usually they have a safety thing, but whatever.
Nice one, shipment.
Ghost Jackie! Oh, I know that voice. Ghost Frozen Jackie. Yeah, here she is. I'm glad Jackie's back for the season, even in flashbacks. Yeah, with the snow in her hair.
Now would be the time.
What are they gonna do? Say some magic words and, like, kill this guy? What are they gonna do?
I don't want to do it either, but I need more time with you.
So they're just gonna keep killing people to think that Van will live longer? Oh my god.
When the cabin burned, did you think Coach Scott did it?
We know Natalie has been trying to protect Coach, but I thought it was more like as a human, because obviously this is insane.
I couldn't. Why not?
Because he wasn't around to ask.
But you knew where he was! What? You've known this whole time!
Misty's like, oh shoot, I told one person.
I knew. He was out there. But he didn't want anything to do with us.
Yeah, why are you purposely going out of your way to, like, hurt this guy?
The prosecution rests.
Oh, Ty. Yeah, Coach purposely distanced himself when you guys started eating people, and now you've gone out of your way to drag him back into this.
Witness.
And Misty is realizing that the one person she told, Shauna, is now told Ty.
Your Honor, I'd like to call Coach Benjamin Scott to the stand for questioning.
Oh, okay, we get to hear it from his opinion. Yeah, because we haven't heard his side of the story. Other than that, he didn't do it, but now's your chance, buddy.
And screws about everybody in the room. Bingo.
Why did he say that like Christopher Walken? Oh my god.
And deck of cards.
Yeah. Sure.
Ladies, you bring your purses?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jeff's just charming the room, and poor Randy's stuck on just getting drinks.
When someone's fucking with you and you're just hurling accusations left and right, you're not actually doing anything about it. You're all talk.
Ghost Jackie, I'm so glad you're back.
You don't want that. I'm the most interesting thing about you.
That's not true.
Yeah.
After I died, did you finally turn into the person you always wanted to be?
No, she was exactly the same as before we left. She was sleeping with Jeff, cheating on her best friend's boyfriend, and now, yeah. Are we doing Ghost Shauna? Oh, somebody's in the kitchen. Come on, Shauna, this is your one chance. Randy.
Hello?
I'm locked in the freezer. Let me out, please.
Oh, shit, Shauna?
I didn't think we'd lose Shauna, but I don't know who closed the door on her also.
Not great. Keep them down.
Look, if I wanted to hurt you,
He's had chances. He's had plenty of chances. Like,
faced the night before our first away game that I had to pretend to the staff I got food poisoning in 7 different rooms.
yeah, like he's covered for them before any of this even happened.
And I would have put you on the team instead of asking you to be the equipment manager because I knew you'd get hurt and then get bullied when you weren't good enough.
Oh, that's sad though, but probably true.
And I think I just wanted to look out for you guys the way I never got.
Yeah, why are they treating him like crap? Obviously he's done some nice things for them in the past.
Fucking leg off, and you didn't listen to me anymore or care about any of the...
Yeah, they didn't treat him very well, so...
So fucking sorry, Shauna.
Okay, maybe he can save this after all. Like, that feels like a pretty relatable, you know, speech she just gave. And yeah, it sounds like he did some nice things for them, covered for them, and yeah, once they got there, it was Lord of the Flies, and they ignored any adult. Even though he's only, like, I think like 5 or 6 years older than him, but still, the only adult around.
No further questions?
Yeah, I'm very worried to see where they're gonna go. I don't think Shauna's gonna be swayed. Even though he wholeheartedly apologized to her, I still feel like she's gonna just have that torch in hand ready to go. She wants vengeance for whatever. Like, I don't think he burned down the cabin.
For all they know, their cat has found its way back to them after like 2 years. Karma times 1,000.
It does look similar, but still, that's a... Oh, gosh. Shauna.
City, and you just adopted a duplicate cat.
Nope. She stole a cat. Yep. Not great karma there, bud.
My karma, please.
It's thoughtful.
Is it, though? Who knows where she actually got that cat? Let's be honest. She probably stole it from another family.
Wanted to take me to New York and buy me a pretzel. And go on a horse ride through Central Park.
She did say that. Yeah, when they thought they were dying. Cue the horse ride and the pretzel. Yeah, she was shaking quite a bit. So, what was that?
Where's the carriage ride? Let's go.
I'm worried Ty's gonna still want to kill that guy.
Those who find Coach innocent, raise your hands.
I still feel like no matter what, they're gonna try and kill him.
Innocent, raise your hands. Okay, one more time. Those who find Coach.
No one's changing their mind, obviously. Like, how many times are you gonna vote? They're just gonna get tired and give up. Which is terrifying.
One more time. Those who find Coach guilty, raise your hand.
Looking at you, Shauna.
Anyone who finds him guilty, raise your fucking hand.
Shauna's scary. She's real scary. Yeah, just bullying this girl into changing the vote so that the numbers change. Oh my god. Good job, team. You're the worst. Travis? Really, Travis? Come on. Hasn't said a word this whole trial. Shauna, you're a monster.
Majority now.
They also probably just want this to be over.
We find you. Coach Scott guilty of attempted murder.
I knew he wasn't getting out of here, no matter what. Even if it had come in not guilty, they would have done something to him anyway.
Look at what you just did. Do you feel that right now?
Don't encourage her, Melissa. Oh my god, you guys are psychotic. I still think adult Melissa is the one that left the phone. We haven't seen adult Melissa, but like, clearly they have something going on, and Lottie's, figuring that out now. Read about Lottie where? Body found? What? Lottie died? What? Oh my god, what? What happened? What? At the stair? Where is this? Oh my gosh. Surrounded by candles as well. What is going on? That's nuts. So many questions. We knew she was like on the phone to somebody. What? So that was my first time watching Yellowjackets, season 3, episode 4. Obviously, we have this crazy ending with Lottie lying dead at the bottom of the stairs and these candles going up the side, which to me feels very planned. Like, if she just tripped down the stairs, why would there be candles there? Even the way she was laying out looked very almost posed, and seeing the candles, that reminded me right away of Travis when he died. There was like a little collection of candles on the ground. So yeah, I don't really know what's going on with that. Very bizarre. I definitely feel like it wasn't an accident, and given everything we know with the group and what's going on with them, I feel like somebody or something was definitely behind this, especially since Lottie was always very pro wilderness, like they're up to something. And the fact that it's in present day We see Misty find out, from her crime blog and Walter texting her at the last scene of this episode that obviously she's passed away. We lost adult Natalie in the previous season. Now we've lost adult Lottie. So yeah, I'm very curious to see where we're going to go. This episode wasn't my favorite. The trial, in my opinion, wasn't really needed. I feel like given the mentality of everything and the feelings that they had towards Coach, whether they're justified or not, which it definitely feels like they've just all jumped on the bandwagon of Crazy Town and, oh, okay, you think this? Well, whatever. I'm just going to agree with what you agree with because... Again, they're in a very dire situation, but I also feel like they know that if they say that Coach is guilty, they know that bad things are gonna. It's not just gonna be like, oh, go to jail and you'll sit in this little tent for 10 years. That's not gonna happen. They're gonna do something to him, and it's gonna be horrible. And just to see Shauna bully everybody, basically, we do see them do the vote, multiple times because they keep getting at this deadlock and they not this 2/3 majority, which isn't happening. So to see Shauna just start yelling and again, it's not a fact. She doesn't know this for sure. She's just adamant that Coach did it and has no proof. Yes, she was the one staying up late and maybe she's trying to cover her own butt because she accidentally started this fire. We still have no idea. We don't have any answers to that, which I feel like at some point, come on, we have to start, answering these questions. Who burned down the cabin? At least answer that. The man with no eyes, that's been 3 years running now. No idea. But at least answer this one thing. The questions are just starting to add up, and I don't feel like we came to any resolution through this trial other than, yep, we're right. They are just gonna do whatever they want, and they'll just be bullied by Shauna. And to see Melissa come up to her and encourage her and be like, you feel that? That's power. Just horrible. Shauna doesn't need any more encouragement to do horrible things. She is her own brand of psycho, and in my opinion, almost scarier than Misty, because to me, Misty is pretty obvious that she's insane, but Shauna is passing for somewhat quote-unquote normal and then clearly cannot be trusted with anything. And we have Jeff's journey to try and fix his karma, which, again, I don't know why we needed it. I like Jeff's character because basically he's the only likable person in this show at the moment. He's kind of the only one I'm really rooting for, and there's characters I enjoy, but because they're very complex, but Jeff is the only one who's somewhat, normal. Again, he didn't experience what the girls experienced, but he's the one who's hey, we did some bad things, and is obviously feeling bad about what happened to Kevin, and even though he didn't personally do it, but like you said, he didn't stop it. And thinks that the brakes, being faulty is karma trying to get back at him because it could have been him driving. And again, Shauna just won't, apologize to Misty. She called Misty all kinds of names, kicked her out, and it turns out it wasn't Misty's fault at all. But I could definitely see why she would think it was. But still, then at least apologize. So to me, that was kind of the only takeaway from this trip to the senior center where Misty works, is that Misty might not be behind these things like Shauna thinks she is, and letting the audience know that obviously Misty's not the one that cut the brakes. Misty's not the one that put Shauna in the freezer, which we did see her leave. I feel like it was obvious, but then who did, who closed the door? I don't think it would just close on its own, but maybe. And we had Ghost Jackie in this episode as well, and maybe Shauna got scared enough to realize that karma's coming back for her. But that whole cat thing, again, it seemed like I didn't get the point of it. You took a cat from a shelter and now you're gonna lie to another family and say it's their cat. Good intentions, I guess, if you're Shauna, but it's still not, great. Ty and Van's whole storyline in this as well, I didn't really know why we needed it, other than the fact that they're slowly becoming unhinged. And I thought we would pick up with them at the ice cream shop because there was a huge lead up to this, video that they saw, and then going to travel to this ice cream place, seeing this fox and this rabbit, and saying that the wilderness wants more, which to me assumes that they want them to kill more people, or more people need to die so that Van's cancer stops. But I thought there would be something else from that, and no, they're just right back to normal and setting up this whole trap with the card that, whoever picks it, that's who we kill. Ty was fully ready to go in there, kill this person, and that was going to be the end of it. What? She wasn't hesitating, it's not until Van says something that she's like, okay, maybe I won't do it. I know Ty wants Van around for as long as possible, and I could understand the need to willing to do things to make that happen, but she's taking it to a very, very extreme level, and that didn't slow her down. It's fully committed that the wilderness has picked this, and this is what the wilderness wants, and I'll just walk into this guy's apartment and kill him so that Van can live, 2 more months? Like, how often do they have to keep doing this? That waiter just died. We do see Van's hands start to shake when she gives him the money and getting the pretzel. So obviously the cancer hasn't gone away. Maybe it is starting to grow a little bit more because clearly they were planning on killing somebody. Again, I don't know if the wilderness is connected to this at all, but clearly that's what Ty thinks. And maybe Van just had a really long day and was hungry and tired and just needed a break. But yeah, their storyline for the past few episodes, I haven't really felt like compelled to see where it's going to go. I feel like there's so much opportunity there, and they're doing nothing. And like Jeff's storyline, again, I don't really care to see Jeff, being charming to seniors, and it was nice to know that his character actually cares about, doing the right thing, and that was nice. But Shauna and Misty fighting, again, just maybe to prove that Misty wasn't behind any of this, and maybe Shauna is realizing that, that Misty didn't lock her in, and we know Misty has killed people, and I would never make excuses for that. We do know that Misty is terrifyingly thorough, though, and if you're gonna lock somebody in a freezer, people are gonna find out, I think Misty would have a little bit more of a plan. As very dark and twisted as that sounds, I think she would have a thought process. We did see her have kind of that impulsive thought to stab Shauna when Shauna was pissing her off. Obviously it didn't happen, but Misty saying this isn't healthy, I need to get out of here, to me that shows growth for Misty, which is a pretty big thing, and Shauna is not like that. She's still stuck in the past, in my opinion, and Misty having the foresight to be okay, if I'm having these thoughts, I should probably remove myself from this situation, and that's exactly what she does. And then Shauna goes and gets herself stuck in the freezer and talks to Ghost Jackie. I'm surprised Travis voted for Coach. I thought he would stand up for him a little bit, but maybe he just got caught up in this, Shauna bullying scheme and just wanted this to be over and they could move on. They haven't outright said that they're going to kill Coach, but I definitely feel like, given the response to him being guilty by coercion from everybody's votes, that they're going to kill him. They take him off to a tent, basically, but I feel like in the next episode, they're definitely going to kill him because clearly they see him as a threat, which I don't know why. And I'm glad Coach was able to talk during his trial and stand up for himself a little bit. We knew some of his backstory from when he talked to Mari, but being able to talk to everybody like this and being open and vulnerable with them and just being listen, I don't hate you guys, I covered for you when you were drunk, and I didn't tell your parents that Ty and Van were together, and he did all of these things, and even when he's hey, when we got here you chopped off my leg and then treated me like crap. So, and they're kind of I think because so many things have happened, the group have kind of forgotten what it was like to be, around before all of this, and which is understandable. They've been through a lot, but Coach just reminding them hey, we were a team, you were an underdog, I was cheering for you, I wanted you to win, and I stuck around because you guys were good. And he starts tearing up, and everybody in the crowd is tearing up as well, so I thought maybe there was a chance, but of course Shauna just has to get her way because she's the worst. And I think Coach knew that he was cooked before this even started, but at least they got to hear him talk. Obviously they completely forgot about it 2 seconds later, but he was at least able to plead his case. He doesn't really say what he was doing after the cabin other than that he walked away. I thought maybe he would set up more of a timeline of, yes, I saw Natalie, I talked to her, and then I went to, leave because I didn't want to do the horrible things that you were doing, but none of that. And, to hear him talk about his upbringing and how his family, basically ignores him, and, bringing up what happened with Shauna and the baby and him apologizing. Again, it felt so genuine, and I still don't know who burned the cabin, and everybody had kind of a reason to be a suspect, but I feel like the cons outweigh the pros for that, to set your own house on fire. And what would they have no other option. This is their only place to live in a very hostile environment. So my theory right now is that it is basically just an accident. I don't know if we'll ever find out who did it, but they need to start answering some frickin' questions soon. And everything that just happened with Lottie too. My first suspicion is that it's tied, and everything that just happened with Lottie too. I'm sure Misty will be on the case because, you know, she loves a goal and she loves a mission. I hope her and Walter can start working together soon. I feel like in a weird way they're good for each other. Again, very, very cuckoo and bizarre, but I feel like they can help each other out. And obviously Misty's going to want to know what happened to Lottie. The last we saw Lottie, you know, she was on the phone heading out of this hotel, and that was it, you know, talking to Ty, but that's the end of it. Overall, I thought it was an okay episode. I don't know, I feel like we're still treading water. The trial to me was kind of pointless because they were just going to do what they wanted to do. I don't know what Ty and Van are doing, trying to kill strangers so that Van can live. Misty and Shauna are still fighting. Misty has been, you know, innocent of all charges so far with these, you know, breaks and the freezer situation. I didn't think they were just going to let Shauna die in the freezer. That felt, you know, too random, but I like that Ghost Jackie was back. But yeah, not my favorite episode. I feel like I've been saying it a lot this season. I don't know where we're going. I hope they can answer something in the next episode because we're going to get to the end of this season. I don't know how many seasons they have planned, but I really don't want to go into season 4 having the same questions that I had when I came into season 3. Like, we got to start putting some pieces together here, team. Who brought over the tape? Who's leaving the phone for Shauna? Like, what is going on? We need some answers. Please help us out. Thank you so much for sharing this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for TV shows you think I should watch, please comment below. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content. Yeah, they're gonna talk about the crazy dreams they had. I did not think they would be this diplomatic about it. A trial? Really? I'm gonna guess she stole that coat. The talking llama! The talking llama! Yes, yes. Are they just hanging around hoping someone will die and that it will please it? Is that the airplane chair? Oh god. She's like, oh, I may have blamed her for cutting our brakes, but here we are.